How's it going, everyone? Jerz here to more ESO. Been a while since I've done a DPS test on this game. Last time I did a DPS test was right after Murkmire dropped. But since then, there has been a change to enchants again. So I'm here to, you know, essentially fix that, I guess. So I don't have a false DPS. I'm going off of my old one. My old one was 47.8. And now that the enchants have been changed again, well, actually not changed, but fixed, essentially, is what they said. Let me get that arrow off. There we go. But before it was proccing off of things like Rending Slash, for example, yeah? 48, oh cool. So 48.2. Anyway, while I lost my thought in there, before, so actually I'm stronger now? Well, I did change my gear, whatever. So before I was hitting 47.8, and that's when the enchants were really good. So things like Rending Slash, for example, which is on my dual wield bar, it's my triangle button, would actually proc enchants while I'm on my bow bar. So it was giving me higher DPS, you know? Yeah, I guess that's looking good. Whatever. We'll go ahead and take a look at the gear, the food, and all that stuff that I'm using. So, first off, food. I'm using Dubious Cameron Throne. It helps a ton with the sustain. Gives you that 319 stam recovery, which is very essential. It's super helpful. I don't have to rely on orbs all the time. If I get one, it's a luxury. It's awesome, but you don't need it. Weapons, right now, so I noticed I was hitting a little less with my Leviathans. I was hitting, I think with the enchant change that they made, I used to, remember I told you, 47 whatever, right? But now I'm hitting, I can't even hit higher than 46.5 right now on my Leviathans, which is a little weird, but I'm going to say that that's the enchant change, and that's what my DPS should have been realistically because of the enchant change. They fixed the enchants. So now the enchants are fixed, things are looking the way they should be, and I went ahead and changed my gear. I was talking to a buddy, my buddy Shibby, and I got the Veiled Harridan set. I got 2 daggers here, and I got jewelry. So, and I'm using the Vet the Acebo. I don't know how much this is helping me, but whatever, I worked hard to get it. I decided to use it. It's about time that I get used to having not having 2 5-piece sets. I gotta practice for whenever I get the VMA bow. So Vet the Acebo gives me some weapon damage, and it's infused. This, I'll eventually make this infused. It's not ideal to have all this penetration because I'm going to get more pen and buffs from the party, so I'll actually be hitting harder with infused in the long run, if that makes sense, if you're into group play. But if you're in the solo play, sharpened is definitely awesome, but infused right now is what's hot, baby. Using Velodrift's monster set, I got Relic Winds all over my body, so this is my whole body set is Velodrift and Relic Winds. Veiled Inheritance. One of them is off trait right now. I just don't have trans crystals, but I kind of like, what's oddly enough, I hit higher DPS and this is off trait, and I kind of like the extra 900 HP. So Veiled Inheritance is actually really interesting. That 2900 physical resistance, and when you deal damage, you know, and we're having so many dots up, you're essentially going to have this buff up all the time. Other things to keep note of. So, in my previous DPS video, I know I'm stumbling all around. My previous DPS video, I had my bars switched around. I used to have Vigor on this bar, and I used to have Trap over here where Vigor is now. So, your main DPS bar is your dual wield bar, yeah? So you want to be on this bar as much as possible. So I went ahead and switched. I put Rearming Trap here, and I put Vigor on the bar that I want to spend the least amount of time on. So here I'm just going to do my little weave. I'm going to drop my Endless Hail, light attack. I'm going to drop my Razor, light attack, drop my Poison Injection, light attack. If I have my ult, I'm going to pop it, switch bars. I'm going to open up with a surprise attack. If you have your bow from this thing, Always cast it. Always cast it as much as possible. It's a huge buff. Well, not a huge buff. Well, it's a good buff, but it's a huge buff to your damage, is what I'm saying. You get the 8% damage, and every time you shoot this thing, if it crits, it's pretty much on par with your damn Killer's Blade, which is pretty cool on execution. So that's that. What else should I show? Oh yeah, champion. So we'll look at the blue stuff. I have 9 into Physical Weapon Expert. This is just to get the Butcher. 66 into the Master at Arms. So Butcher gives you 5% more damage, light attack damage to enemies below 25%. Why the hell not? Makes your execution phase just that much better. Over here, 40 into Thaumaturge. I used to have 60 into this or something like that, or 56 for the 20% buff. But I was speaking with my buddy Cerberus, and he's like, dude, you're going to be light attack weaving more than, you know, than your dots are going to be on. So you're going to be dotting pretty much the whole fight, but during those dots, you're always light attacking. This is just, light attacking is always part of your rotation. So it made sense the way he said it. I'm not really saying it good, but it made sense the way he said it. So I went and took points out of that, started dumping in the Master at Arms, got some Physical Weapon Expert. And that too made my light attacks a little better. Precise Strikes makes my crit damage a little better too. Pen, got it up to 30. This was recommended by a buddy. I shouldn't go higher than 30. I don't like the idea of putting too much pen. And then we got Mighty up to 13% more damage there. Oh yeah, I forgot to show. Well, I got the lever Mundus Stone on right now too, and all my gear is divines, so it gives you a lot of penetration right there. If you're running penetration sets like, let's say, what's out there, Twice Fanged or Spriggans, things like that, you don't want lever. You'll probably want the weapon damage. And if you're a character that really suffers at getting your resources back, like stamina, you're going to want to pick up the Mundus that gives you stam regen. If you're a character that really lacks crit, you could pick up the crit Mundus. See, you know, just kind of test all of them, see what you think. But in my opinion, if you have a ton of penetration already, you know, because of your gear set, don't go lever, go, I would say weapon damage. I'd say go, I think it's called the Warrior. I would go the Warrior, in my opinion. Resources, you can get that back with potions. You can get that back with, what is it? You can get that back with, man, I cannot think today. You can get that back with synergies. And there's the food, whatever, Minor Slayer because my set. And Stage 4 Vamp because I like the 10% stam regen. What else was I going to show? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I guess that's it. Yep. Oh, no. I lied. I forgot to show you guys the weapon pots. So where is it? Oh, here we go. These are weapon power pots. They give you a fuck ton of stam. They give you weapon damage. They give you crit, stam recovery. And the cooldown's 45 seconds, but since I crafted this, it lasts for 47, so it's up 100% of the time. It's amazing. Just go online, see how to make these. You'll be good to go. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you all later. See ya.